giant pile of poo.
I want to say it's a gelato. That's why it's called Gelato Beach.
Don't think that was thought through very well.
Alright, welcome back to some more of Super Mario Sunshine. Hey, you want to see what a Gooper Blooper is?
A Gooper Blooper?
Gooper Blooper. Yeah, just pull this. Pull this to see the Gooper Blooper. I think he's going to be pissed. Yep.
You ripped
He's
off
pissed.
a leg!
Ow!
Aww.
Alright, so now we got ourselves a boss fight with Gooper Blooper. So this is actually the second time you've seen Gooper Blooper.
The first one was in Origami Mario.
That is correct.
King.
Yep. Gooper Blooper was the one that infiltrated the SS Princess
ship.
Peach.
Yep.
Yep. But this is his debut.
Ripping his leg. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're ripping his tentacles off.
But his tentacles still like.
Yep, they squirm. It's kind of like a snake when its head's cut off and the body just wriggles for a bit.
Yeah.
So the tactic is tear off as many of his tentacles as possible, and then you want to tear off his cork.
His cork?
Yep, he has a cork on his snoot, see?
Oh, okay, I see it. I was like, what part of him is a cork?
There we go. You know what? We'll take this off. Oh, there we go.
He's like, no, that's my last leg.
Now he's defenseless.
Oh, look at his
Go
little
ahead and
mini
grab this.
tentacles.
Oh, no. But he's not done yet. He sprouted some more tentacles. And now
Oh.
he's angrier.
He just slapped you out of the sky like that video of the pit bull that doesn't like
The fidget spinner.
and he just slaps it out of it.
Like,
Slaps it out of the person's hand.
that was adorable.
And then he gives that little face like, try it again.
So you gotta spray him in the face this time because the ink will actually slip and you can't grab onto his snoot. But now that he's all cleaned up, we're gonna go for it. Wait for his eyes to turn purple. Geronimo!
Shoot him into the sun. It's Mario Sunshine, bitches!
And that takes care of Gooper Blooper.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, most of the bosses in Mario games aren't that crazy difficult, especially in the platformers. 3 is the magic number. Hit them like 2 or 3 times and you got them. Alright. So what's next? Oh, another world opened up.
Going to the plaza.
Okay, so that's off by the beach. And like I've stated before, we can either explore the new world or we can go back to a previous level.
I don't like that he takes his hat off. Put your hat back on. Ooh.
It's hot and sunny. He's just like, shoo, we did it.
I know, but Mario doesn't not have a hat.
So in Mario 64, there's actually a bird that steals your hat. And you gotta be like, hey, come back here. Is that the first time you ever saw Mario
Yeah, it's
without
the
a
first
hat?
time I've ever seen him take his hat off.
His hat was off in the movie.
Well, that's a movie.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, he doesn't take the hat off in Partners in Time, and he doesn't take the hat off in Paper Mario. At least I don't think he does.
I don't think he can, because he's a sticker.
Technically, yeah. Alright. So this mission, and there's one of these in each world, is collect 8 red coins. Is that your, drink your water?
Yeah.
You have this little app that reminds you, hey, drink your water today. It's the water kitty.
It is. So it's called Water Cat. And you can like pre-program what you regularly drink. So that you can monitor even if you're drinking like a cup of coffee or a pop. And it has percentages of how much hydration you get from those drinks versus like if it dehydrates you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that way the amount of water you need per day changes based on what you're drinking.
That's
so like
neat.
if I have a pop, it's going to pull my water content down because it dehydrates you.
Do you think you'd take Flood's, like, water container and just be like, and Flood would be like, hey, stop. Don't drink this.
Probably.
Because I gotta imagine this is like pure, crystal clear water. The finest water. This isn't like city water. This is like the pure stuff.
Well, even like
Spring water, basically.
the way that your body takes water, you can only absorb 8 ounces of water per 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, like, if I were to have, like, a 12-ounce bottle of water in 15 minutes, I'm going to have to go pee.
Right.
Because my body can't absorb that much water in a short period of time.
Exactly.
Which is the reason why most people don't drink enough water. They're like, well, I don't want to pee all day. And I'm like, because you're drinking too much water in a short period of time instead of spacing it out.
Yeah, you gotta space it out, exactly.
So that's why I have that'll go off every 15 minutes.
Oh,
To tell me to drink 7 ounces of water. Hey, you look at the time left on recording.
It's just like, oh yeah? So how many of these interruptions am I gonna have?
It'll probably only be once a playthrough.
Yeah, probably once a playthrough. I wish.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
One can only hope.
You know what? I feel like one little water droplet sound
Son of a bitch.
per episode is enough to keep me hydrated and healthy.
That sounds good to me. It's a lot better than like 5 cat purrs per episode or whatever the hell.
Just 20 minutes of boobies purring into the mic.
You know what? And I've said this before, when I edit it all together, it is so hard to actually hear Boobies purr unless she is like literally on our lap.
Well, unless I'm like holding
Next
her
to the
because
microphone.
then her face is right next to where the mic is.
Yeah. And then you can hear her purrs. But like raw audio, I can hear it. But like when I
once you
put
get
all
the
the bells and
music
whistles
in
together,
and,
commentary, game audio, all that stuff, I'd have to point it out to be like,
and I feel like
Bubby's
it's
purring.
I
And
feel like
someone
it's
be
also
"Is she?"
such like an ambient noise.
It's kind of like a background fan.
Yeah.
It kind of just blends in. All right, 2 more red coins. So sometimes I like to get the 100 coins with the red coins, but I'm going to save that for later because that can take quite a bit. But in each level, if you collect 100 coins, you get a Shine Sprite.
Okay.
That's the same with Mario 64, and I think it transcends over to the Galaxy games as well. I don't think it's the same in Mario Odyssey, though, because your live system is through coins. So there's no more 1-up mushrooms and lives.
Yeah.
You just lose 10 coins every time you die.
Oh.
It's like, it's interesting to
Is
where
that
it's just
all
like...
my life is worth to you? 10 coin!
10 coins? Those angry wind wisps can be pretty aggressive. They'll knock you right off a platform. Foreshadowing. Yeah, so this game gets really challenging really quick because right now I'm just kind of like zipping through Shine Sprite after Shine Sprite.
Right.
So I'm going to be getting through the easy Shine Sprites within the next episode or so.
Yeah.
After that, we start getting to the really challenging ones. And again, I believe it's every 10 blue coins you get another Shine Sprite. Which we'll visit that raccoon again at the end of the playthrough. And rack up all of our remaining blue coins for our final total.
Yay.
Right now. Gimme. There we go. That was not 15 minutes.
No, I have to adjust it because the water drop is just supposed to be for that app, but it also switched over to now anytime I get a Snapchat.
Oh, that's fun.
And I don't want that. I want that sound to be specifically for water.
It would be like a ringtone, like for specific people. I want to make sure, like, that specific person is messaging me. Oh! There we go.
Da, 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 da.
Wahoo! Okay. Should we go and check out World 3, or should we do a little bit of World 1 and World 2? So many options.
I don't know. It's pre-recorded, so you've already made your choice.
And on top of that, there's also the Shine Sprites hidden in the plaza.
Because I was about to be like, I think we should go to World 2. And I was like, well, I don't really have a say. You've already recorded it.
I think he should go. Watch
So
me go to World 3.
World 3. You never listens to me.
I think we did that like early on, to where it was like pre-recorded, but we were still kind of like, should we let them know it's pre-recorded?
I know. Well, because we started initially, all of our games were recorded live.
Yeah.
And then
we had those audio drops.
Yeah, so it made
frustrating.
more sense to do it post-play.
Now
so
we've
that
gotten
way,
rid of the audio drops, but now we have such busy schedules. That's
Yeah.
a lot better to just record in bulk
right,
and then do the commentary
over top. But I remember
free
like
time.
when we first, like our first time, like the game that we did post commentary, and we were like, okay, so should we just like commentate as though we're playing, or? And you were like, yeah, let's try it. But I didn't see what you had recorded. And you were like, so where should we go? And I'm like, go to the left. And you like turn right. And I'm like, or right. That's fine too.
He never listens to me.
But I figure, you know what? A lot of gamers are doing post commentary stuff. So
It's half and half. So like if you're streaming, you're doing it live.
yeah.
Most Let's Plays and commentaries, like, they're post. Here we go. Sprout a lighthouse? Wow, a loud house. It's the loud house.
In the loud house.
That's the song.
Yep.
Okay.
Debs alert. You're such a Debbie.
According to new information, the lighthouse... We'll find out later.
Never mind.
The lighthouse... Oh, lighthouse! Wait, let me finish my message.
It's a death trap lighthouse.
Welcome to Gelato Beach.
Ice cream?
Yes.
Ice cream!
Did somebody say ice cream?
Ice cream!
All right. Dune Bud Sandcastle Secret.
You stole my chocolate bar. Now I'm gonna starve.
Okay. So something that's really cool. You see in the distance how you see all those like boats and there were like pipes floating.
Yeah.
That was Rico Harbor. So you can see the other worlds from the world you're at if
okay.
you stare at the horizon. It's really cool.
Neat.
So like if I go over to like the left, you can see World 4 way out in the distance. It really makes Al Delfino seem very cohesive, that you can see like other worlds when you gaze out into the horizon.
Ooh.
Bigfoot was here. I don't like those things. They're cataquacks. Basically, they launch you into the air.
Huh. Was that a giant pile of poo?
I want to say it's a gelato. That's why it's called
I
Gelato Beach.
don't think that was thought through very well.
There's the sandcastle.
Can you just imagine the designers being like, this looks like ice cream, right? Yeah, definitely looks like ice cream. And then all the fans are like, shit, it's a pile of shit.
Well, time for another challenge level.
When you took Wesky out, did the birds seem unusually chatty today?
Slightly. Why?
Because when I took him out this morning, I was just like, holy shit, birds. Like they were so chatty. I think they're pissed because I have to put more birdseed on the table.
They're pissed because the table's been singed.
The table has been singed.
They're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, we had a mini accident. A few weeks
That was
ago.
me. I turned around for like 10 seconds and then turned back and I was just like, oh, fire spreading, hon. Fire spreading. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then,
We
like a Looney Tunes character, I just like go to put the hose onto the faucet and the faucet just like detaches. And I'm just like, oh.
It was a little bit of a shit show.
I was like, maybe we should call 911.
Yeah. I thought it would be a good idea that while I was building some of my raised garden beds to have a small fire to burn up some of the excess wood we have left from when we tore down our fence.
It was small, and then I turned around.
Yeah, it was very small. We cut the grass beforehand so
Yep.
that the grass was low. And then for my garden bed, I needed one small piece of wood. So I was like, hey, in the pile over there, do you have something about the size of a forearm? And he like grabbed one and walked it over to me. And then we turned around and you're like,
Uh-oh.
And I was just like, what? And I looked and I was like, the yard's on fire. So we both run over and we're stomping out little mini flames.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, get the hose. So you go to get the hose falls off.
Yep.
So I run into the house and start filling up our watering cans.
And then we're just dumping bucket after bucket. And we basically got it, but it was nice that the firefighters were able to come and...
Because as soon as the hose fell
Spray
off,
out the
I
remains.
was like, I think we might have to call 911.
Oh, I had the same thought. Although my first thought was like one of those like error, communication error. Like one of those sounds. It, like my brain just like short-circuited.
I was
and
just like,
staring.
stomp out the flame. Like if we can stomp out, because the way that it was spreading, it was...
Speaking of flame.
Yeah. Well, the way that it was spreading, though, was very small. Like, it was a very small spread, but it was going quickly because the grass was dry and we just cut it. So it was, like, spreading quickly with very, very small flames. So I was like, if we can stomp out the line where it's spreading, we can contain it. But then it hit the wood pile.
It hit the wood pile. That was when shit went south.
And that's when I was like, yeah, we need 911. And then...
because the fire was like... Rrr.
But then I was like, okay, cool. Like, I can smother it. And I flipped over the table that I put birdseed on for all the birds to try and smother a part. And then I was like, oh, cool. Like, the plastic bin that I brought out full of water, like, I'll flip that over top and smother a flame. And then that melted. And then the table caught on fire. And I was like, oh, no! So...
Bottom line, crisis averted, but
Yes.
Smokey was not happy.
Yeah, Smokey was disappointed. And so was the firefighter that I was in scouts with. And I was like, I tried. And he was like, I'm revoking your badges.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was technically a Girl Scout. We didn't do this stuff. We made bracelets.
Here you go. So I have 10 blue coins. This is what it does. Here you go. 10 blue coins, and then I get a Shine Sprite. Yay!
Da-da-da-da.
And there we go. We're 3 episodes in, and we already have 8 Shine Sprites.
Nice.
It'll start slowing down as we near like the 20s and 30s.
Right.
It'll be like, well, we managed to get 2 Shine Sprites in this episode. And then other episodes, I'll be happy if I just get 1. Okay. So I think we have time for one more little trick, and then we're going to continue on into the next episode. Whee!
It's a wee.
It's a wee Mario!
We would like to play.
We would like to play.
Wrong console.
Yeah, good point. This was the GameCube. This one had like the weird commercials. There was like, who are you commercials, and like commercials of like weird parodies. And
I do really enjoy the Wii commercials, though. I had never seen them until you showed them to me.
Yeah, the Wii commercials were cool. They had like the little Nintendo punch bug, and they'd show up to people's houses and be like, we would like to play.
And then they'd bow.
Yep, they'd bow. Extend the Wii remote.
I could definitely imagine being a child or like a teenager and being like, I want them to come to my house.
So the thing about Nintendo was the first Nintendo was a hit. The second Nintendo was a hit. The Nintendo 64 did fine, but it wasn't a hit. It lost to the PlayStation badly. The GameCube did even worse because the PlayStation 2 was one of the best-selling consoles of all time.
Yeah.
The Wii was like the one time Nintendo's consoles became a hit again. Like they didn't sell for a loss.
Isn't that because it introduced motion control?
That, but they also appealed to like what is called the casual gamer.
Yeah.
The old person, the young child, the mom of the family.
It could be anyone.
It abandoned the hardcore is called the detriment. Whereas the Switch kind of embraced all of the above.
Yeah.
It said, hey, here's some games for the hardcore, here's some games for the casual.
Yeah.
The reason why Nintendo was able to stay afloat during the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube was the Game Boy.
Oh.
Nintendo, before the cell phone, Nintendo was unrivaled in the handheld department. Once like the iPhone and Android came
Yeah,
out, that
then
was when they started actually hurting in the handheld department. So yeah, that's your Nintendo history lesson of today.
I love history. I just think it's so interesting.
Can't argue with that. Alright, so I think this is a good spot to end it. In the next episode, we're going to collect some more Shine Sprites, and eventually we're going to find out more about Shadow Mario. Yeah, who could it be? Let's find out in the next episode.
Toodles. That was Shadow Mario, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Toodles.